The 24-hour virtual edition was, I think, one of the coolest and most strangest things I've ever done so far in my racing career. To be racing 24 hours from my basement, having to set up everything myself, being kind of connected with my whole team all over the world, participants all over the world. It was quite different and quite exciting. And yeah, it was really cool to be part of it.
In general, when it comes to endurance racing and also the 24 Hours of Le Mans Virtual Edition, the biggest challenge is making sure that a server that runs 24 hours is sending the right data packages to all the different drivers. If I race a race for an hour alone, then all the data comes to my PC, right, from all the opponents driving and from myself to the game server. But now in the 24 hours, I'm actually sharing that car, and that car has specific values to it, right? Is it damaged, maybe? What about the fuel? What about the tires that are on it? All this data does not only have to be shared with the game server now, but also with multiple drivers. So instead of having 50 cars and only these 50 signals that you would have in a sprint race, you now have 50 cars, and that every car signal later on needs to be spread across 4 drivers. So it's a way bigger challenge than actually doing a sprint race.
A key success factor is really connecting people around the world. Even if we have the headquarter at the Coanda House in Germany, we need to connect to another 20 parties around the world, from California to Denmark to Finland. So therefore, it's an absolute key success factor to have the best internet connection and the best communication ways. And this is perfectly matching with our technical partnership with Vodafone to make that happen, to secure best communication, short communication ways, and really bringing the world together in one place, even if there are 10,000 miles in between. The Coanda Sim Racing House, there's everything about sim racing. It's an absolute professional environment. Everything you need to be successful is absolutely top level. All the internet connections, the hardware setup, but also the team for sure.
Porsche set up 4 cars with 4 drivers, and we got a daily schedule with official practices on our own server, and we had multiple servers, some to replicate rain, replicate night, and we practiced driver changes and a lot of driving. And Le Mans is a long circuit, so you need to get a lot of laps to make sure you're comfortable at every corner.
The black and white machine is the car of Josh Rogers, the pole car. Behind him, Neil Jarni.
Porsche dominated qualifying. They've got the top 5 cars on the grid.
In 24-hour race, it's really easy to lose concentration. And if you ask me, in sim racing, it's easier to lose concentration compared to real life. Because in real life you are always more focused, but in sim racing you are just in the simulator, and sometimes you can lose your concentration because you are not focused like a real life.
There's that sun now coming underneath the Dunlop Bridge.
It's also like in the real world, the driver needs a team and the best technical surroundings to perform on the top level.
For this race, I just need to drive. I don't need to think about any strategy, any, let's say, connection problem, any equipment problem, because there is a big team around us and they calculate everything.
Porsche on that 70th anniversary win again. The GT winners, the 93 Porsche.
Thinking back to that moment, the goose bubbles are back. It's fantastic. Porsche wrote history 50 years ago, and we somehow wrote another part of the history book together.
I'm really happy for everyone involved in this, because everyone putting a lot of effort, and at the end we managed to win, so I'm really happy.
Thanks to Vodafone, we always had a stable connections in our headquarters. That was really great. But I think now all of us, including you guys, are looking forward to go real racing again.
I guess that event showed what's possible if really all the strengths coming together. Everybody is pushing in the right direction. So I think we will see something like that happen again, definitely.